1 a.m., eyes closed, I'm slowly falling to the music and the atmosphere. Now and then, I feel lights fading softly all over me, and I remember last year when I was alone in my bed with all these thoughts in my head and living silently inside. It's so late in the night, my mind is drifting away. Then I dream about times I wished for a new, happier day. If a hand could reach out right now and save my life somehow, I'll face the sun again as soon as this dreary night ends.
Cause I can't do shit right, I can't learn my lesson. I can't do shit right, take any depressants. Illness and welfare on my adolescence. My friends probably hate me, can't answer a message. Filled with anxiety, always behind me. Feeling inadequate, always what's driving me. Not a role model, that's not what I strive to be. Can't go outside, I'm afraid they'd be finding me. Yeah, I know about my privacy, yeah. And they always asking questions about my face, can't relate. Fucking caught my own reflection, broke a mini the other day. Yeah, I know about my privacy, yeah. And they always asking questions about my face, can't relate. Fucking caught my own reflection, broke a mini the other day.
pow, pow, boom. And then we will...
Lost it all. I want it back. I want the avatar. I want my honor, my throne. I know now that no one can give you your honor. It's something you earn for yourself by choosing to do what's right.
Yo, 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 what up? Oh, I can hear myself. That's weird. Without headphones on there. I'll just turn that down. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? So, welcome. I haven't done one of these in a while since the Crunchyroll nominees came out. But if you guys didn't know, I thought music was going on still. If you guys didn't know, the Crunchyroll Award winners have already been announced. So I figured I'd just do a video, go live. We'll go over it. Also, too, I think moving forward, I'm probably just going to do maybe a show a month. I think that should be good. I think a show a month would be it'd be easier for me. I've been really busy lately, but I think a show a month, that way I can just update you guys, especially next month, with next month being the start of the new season. And it could be a pretty good season. It's probably not as good as what I think this season is doing right now. But we'll get into that in a bit. But first, what I want to do is go over a little bit of news with you guys. So what I'll do is, I wish I can just change. Oh, I can't do it. I messed that part up. Oh well. So let's see what's going on. So basically, if you guys didn't see, Demon Slayer is actually about to be released in the U.S. The Demon Slayer Mugen Train is going to come out. I want to say it's February 25th to March 4th in select cities. So wherever theaters will be open. I know San Mateo, I think, is about to open in next week or this week. So maybe it'll come out in San Mateo. I don't know. But essentially, all they're really doing is just making sure that they're eligible for the Academy Awards, which I think is insane. I don't think it could beat Soul. I'm not saying that either or is better than either or. Soul was pretty good. I think it's gonna win. I think it was very relatable to a lot of people. But it'd be cool. You know, the last anime to win Academy Award was Spirited Away, and that was like 2002. So I would hate for Mugen Train to be the second anime to ever win an Academy Award. Again, not saying it's not a good movie. I haven't seen it yet. I think I'm gonna wait for the dub version to come out. And then watch it that way. I kind of like the sub voices a little bit better. But I can do a dub. I think I'll do a dub for this. Especially since I already know what's gonna happen reading the manga, but we do get a season 2 later this year. I want to say it's fall. I forgot to look that up, but I think it's fall. I think fall we get a season 3, which I don't know. I'm not gonna talk too much smack on it. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe you guys will like it. I don't like it. I think this is easily the worst arc in Demon Slayer. Not Mugen Train, but what season 2 is gonna be for. So we'll just see. We'll just see. I mean, you guys like the way it looks, so maybe that'll just get you guys going. Hold on one second. This is weird. My phone's playing somebody else's live. Anyway, Attack on Titan, right, guys? Pretty good. So Attack on Titan, it looks like they just announced that they're not going to cover 2 of the arcs that are from the manga. They're going to cut out the Paths arc and the War for Paradis arc. Which, if you guys know what those arcs are, I'm not surprised that Paths isn't being animated right away. I'll say right away because there is speculation that they're going to do some kind of sequel, like a spin-off, maybe a movie or an OVA. I think a movie would probably be a little more appropriate. I just I don't know, man. If you guys have read Attack on Titan, those two arcs, well, the Paradise arc is the current one that we're on right now, but even that one in the past arc, they're extremely depressing and not something I look forward to watching. It's also very, very wordy, and I don't know if I really want to watch that again or like I don't know, hear it. I don't know. Like I hated reading it. It was just so much to read, and now it's like we got to watch it again. I don't know. I don't think I want to do that again. But I mean, we don't have. I don't think we have any OVAs for Attack on Titan. So I guess if we don't have any OVAs for Attack on Titan, then I guess a movie would be cool. I can't see why they wouldn't do a movie. If you guys didn't know, also Attack on Titan just got just became the highest rated anime over Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Let me just confirm that. Highest rated anime. Yeah, it just became the highest rated anime. That's insane. I guess whoever rates these completely just ignored. Well, I guess they're just calling this season the highest rated. Because I wouldn't say the whole series is, should be rated that high. Because I feel like as bad as season 2 and season 3 part 1 was, that should just lower it already, right? I mean, if you're just talking about seasons, right, then Sal's season 1 would be considered a lot higher. But you look at Sal as a whole, season 2 is very forgettable. But I think that, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what Attack on Titan does. The funny part though is for them to skip Paths and the War for Paradise, which means there's not really going to be a real ending. I wish we could talk about it more, but I don't want to spoil anything. You guys see the way Eren is heading right now, and he's about to go on a tear, man. You guys already see it. Eren's about to go insane, and I think Paths was a good arc for that, to see how Eren is changing. Not necessarily in a good or bad way, but he's definitely not the same person from season 1 or 2. But I don't know. We'll see. I did have here that I was going to touch on Promised Neverland a little bit, but I'm not going to. It doesn't deserve me to talk about it. If you guys have been watching it and enjoying it, good. I'm happy you enjoy whatever they're doing there on Promised Neverland, because I can tell you, man, it's skipping Goldie Pond was a huge mistake, and I feel like I can talk about it because I don't think they're ever going to touch on it. I feel like they should. There's a lot of things, like you learn a lot about what the demons are, and you get a lot of growth with the kids. So essentially what the Goldie Pond arc is, so essentially when they get into the bunker where they are now, and they open the door and they see that security room, there's actually a dude sitting in it, like a full-grown man named Yuji. I don't know. They call him... I gotta look up his name. I think it's Yuji. Anyway, they find that guy, and then essentially they figure out they need to go to this place called Goldie Pond, and they think it's a safe haven, right? They get there, it's not a safe haven, and they're actually being hunted for sport by demons, and that's when you start to learn more about demons. I don't think I'm gonna talk about the specifics. Ooh, I haven't said that word in a while. Specifics on about the demons or what they bring up, because I feel like it's a big part of the story, and they're gonna have to touch on it. They can't skip it. You can't. I mean, you can, but they shouldn't skip it. It's a very crucial point they bring up about demons. And also, too, man, if you guys are up to date, they just re-announced Norman, and it didn't I mean, I don't know. Maybe you guys were excited to see Norman back, but the way Norman is brought back in the manga, I think it's a little bit more emotional, and I think it's a better story point. I feel like if this season would have ended with Norman coming back, people would have went crazy. That's how the season should have ended, and it probably would have ended that way if they kept the Goldie Pond arc. Which, I don't know. They already announced they're doing their own thing for the anime, so we'll see. That sucks. Messing up a good thing. But anyway, next month I'll go over more of the impressive winter 2021 season that we just had, since it'll be ending in a few weeks, and then I'll go over some of the spring 2021 stuff. That could be pretty good. I was looking through it. There's some good stuff on there. There's some bad stuff on there, but there's some good stuff on there. There's some stuff on there, like Shaman King is on there, a remake. That should be pretty good. We obviously get My Hero back, but we'll talk about that next. Anyway, this is probably gonna be a longer video, so we'll do that next time. We got a lot of stuff to cover for the Crunchyroll Awards. I'll have my predictions up too, so you guys can see how I did. Spoiler alert, I did terrible. I don't know. The awards didn't go the way I thought they would. So let me switch this over to this cam. All right. So let me put up my predictions. Predictions. I had to split two screens, or else it'll be too small. I mean, too small for even me to read if I left it the way I did it last video. So I'll just leave it like that. I still barely read it. I should have wrote it down. But whatever. We'll figure it out, All right. So we'll go in order here, and then maybe I'll even do this. Maybe I'll keep like a little score. Do a little score counter. How do we do that? Let's do open the source. Let's type in scores, and then we'll go. I'll fill in as we go. All right. So the first one on the block was Best Fantasy. Here, I should read the nominee. Oop, I typed in fantasy here. That's not what we're doing. Fantasy. Best Fantasy. All right. So the nominees for Best Fantasy were Dragon Quest, The Adventure of Dai, Decadence, Ascendance of a Bookworm Part 2, Dorihidoro, Tower of God, and ReZero. So I picked Decadence. If you guys haven't seen Decadence, that show is fantastic. It's essentially two shows because there's two different plots working simultaneously. What's up, David? How you doing, man? Get ready for some surprises on this Crunchyroll award show. The funny part too is that when I was looking at all the winners, I want to say like 75% of the shows you can't even watch on Crunchyroll. I don't know. I just thought that was funny. Like there was like a bunch of Netflix exclusives and some like Funimation exclusives. So it's like, Crunchyroll just gave out a bunch of awards to shows that they can't even show. But anyway, Best Fantasy. So I picked Decadence. The show is insane, man. The two plots, and in the two plots too, they're not even like two different people. The story is really about one person, but he's like, without spoiling it, he's basically two people, and he has two different like lives that he lives, but they both like coincide with each other. So but it's really good. It's really good. I think Best Fantasy goes to Decadence, but Crunchyroll decided to give it to ReZero Season 2. So I haven't gone through Season 2 yet. Like I just finished Season 1 not too long ago, and it's just a journey. And it's unfortunate that I don't like the Japanese voices for ReZero. Not all of them, but there's like some voices, some VAs in there I just didn't care for. So I just felt I was going to watch it more as a dub. So once like Funimation starts dubbing ReZero up Season 2, I'll probably check it out. Crunchyroll does dubs too, I think. So when the dubs come out for ReZero, I'll watch it. But yeah, I mean, the spoiler alert on the second one, but yeah, it won Best Fantasy. So here, that's 01 for me. So we'll go 01, but we'll put this bad boy like over here. I'm 0-1. That's also like who chooses Arial font, you know? No one does Arial font. That's what am I? What's his name? I can't even think of his name now. Who did that merch in like Arial? Ms. Kiff, yeah, Ms. Kiff. What do you do in like Arial or Times Roman? It was like Times Roman, right? All right. We'll go. Oh, I'm 0-1, guys. 0 and freaking 1. All right, next category was best couple. Now, I thought this was an easy one, right? I thought best couple was so let me go over the nominees. So the nominees for best couple are Kaguya and Miyuki from Kaguya-sama Love is War, Legoshi and Haru from BEASTARS, Kotoko and Kuro from Inspectra, which was a pretty good show. I wish I finished it. Katarina and Maria, My Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom. Last video I said I was going to watch all these shows that I haven't. That was one that I didn't watch. I read the premise and it just wasn't something I wanted to watch. Even though I believe it's an isekai and I usually watch every isekai, but I was going to leave that one out for sure. Then you have Nasa and Tsukasa, Tonikawa, Over the Moon for You, and Chizuru and Kazuya, Rent a Girlfriend. So I thought it was easy that it was going to be Mizuhara for Rent a Girlfriend. It just seemed like it was the more popular route. And even then I was like, all right, maybe I'm wrong. And it'll be like Kaguya-sama, right? That would win. Unfortunately, Crunchyroll believed the winner should have been Tonikawa. So I definitely didn't watch Tonikawa. I believe my girlfriend tried and she couldn't get past the first episode for different reasons. I don't know, it might be good, but first episode wasn't her thing, right? And usually for a show like this, if this type of show isn't for her, it's definitely not going to be for me. Like I'm not going to watch any of these shows without her, except for Inspectra. I mean, I wouldn't even watch BEASTARS with her, and she loves BEASTARS. Just kidding.
Don't lie on my name.
Yeah, so Tonikawa, won for best couple. Whatever, that's cool, I guess. But unfortunately, that does make me 0-2. Not a good start, but room to grow, right? I mean, there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A lot. There's a lot of categories. So, 0-2 is fine, right? We can finish strong here. What do we got next? Best score. All right. So, best score nominees are Great Pretender, Tower of God, BEASTARS, Keep Your Hands Off Aozoken, The God of High School, and Japan Sinks 2020. By the way, guys, Japan Sinks got nominated for a lot, so I decided to watch it, and boy, is that thing heavy. Especially since it's called Japan Sinks 2020. Like, it pretty much just summed up how 2020 felt if, like, a different thing happened, right? Essentially, it's a giant earthquake in Japan, and just like the name says, Japan starts to sink. It's super heavy, man. They hit you in the feels hard, and they don't care. They're literally in the episode on the saddest thing you've ever seen for a couple episodes, but it has a very heartwarming, good ending. It's just very satisfying. I don't know. It's a good ending. It's not an ending where you're like, man, that could have been better. But no, I think it ends exactly how it should end. But man, I don't remember if this was nominated for Best Drama as well, but I feel like I should have voted for that. I don't remember who won Best Drama. I'm not going to look at it right now, but what are we talking about? We're talking about Best Score. Best Score. I thought Best Score was Great Pretender. Again, that might have been a little biased for me looking back at it. I just finished Great Pretender like right before I did that video. And I swore like Great Pretender was the greatest thing I ever watched. And it was fantastic at the time. Season 2 has been very lackluster. It's been all right. Which I'm starting to think that these awards were supposed to be for season 2 of Great Pretender. Since I think it just came out. But still, Great Pretender sounds fantastic. That's my pick. I'm sticking with it. Even though Crunchyroll said the winner was Tower of God. I don't remember Tower of God's score at all. So I'll just take their word for it. I do remember though. No, that was for the ending though. Ending sequence. Who won the ending sequence? I don't know. But the only time I remembered any music from Tower of God was like the very last episode when the crazy like twist happened at the end and you realize Rachel was just the worst person to ever live. That is probably the only time when the music just matched perfectly with those moments. But apparently the whole score was good. So I don't know. Season 2 should be coming out soon. And if you guys didn't like season 1 of Tower of God, because I know, people who've read Tower of God, we hyped it up like insane. I know I hyped it up crazy. But I do have to say season 2 is going to be a lot better than season 1. There's just a lot of foundation building that needed to be done on season 1. And I think it did a good job. A lot of people didn't like it. But I enjoyed it. It was good. I like Bam. But 0-3, not looking good. Not looking good. We're looking like the Jets, guys. It's not looking good. What's next? Best comedy. Best comedy. All right. So best comedy. The nominees are Keep Your Hands Off Aizoken. I need to watch that. And I'll explain why later. But I feel like I need to watch that. My Next Life as a Villainess. Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle. Another show I didn't watch. Kaku-Shigoto. I don't even know what that is. I forgot to look that up. The Misfit of Demon Academy. And Kaguya-sama Love is War. That show just threw me off, guys, real quick. I need to look up what Kaku-Shigoto is. Kaku-Shigoto is... Oh, well, that's why I never heard of it. The full name of the show is Kaku-Shigoto, My Dad's Secret Ambition. It says, the obscurity of this masterpiece is almost a crime. It tells a story of a father and daughter living side by side, maintaining their peaceful existence. All right. So those are the nominees for Best Comedy. I thought Best Comedy should have been Love is War. I think I only watched like a few episodes here and there, but I think on this list, all I really saw was Misfits of Demon King Academy. And although I think it's hilarious, it wasn't, I'm not going to say well received, but it wasn't received at all. Like, I don't know anyone who watched it. So I don't think a show like that where no one's watched it will win Best Anything. So I went with Kaguya-sama, right? And Crunchyroll decided to go with Kaguya-sama is off. See, guys, we're doing good. We're already going to change this to 1. We're 1-3 now. No goose eggs. We're looking good. But Kaguya-sama, I mean, I remember watching the first episode and thinking like, oh, this is pretty cool. They literally turned like love into a war. Like it was like a cool little juxtaposition. I can spell it. I can't say it. But you guys know what I mean. But yeah. But it was for season 2. So I have no idea what season 2 is about. Did you watch season 2? Kaguya-sama? Yeah? All right. Yeah, see, she doesn't really remember. But hey, best comedy. That's fine. Keep Your Hands Off Aizoken was nominated for this again. So I need to put this on my list to watch. I mean, My Next Life as a Villainess was also on this. I don't know, man. I've watched some bad isekai, so I guess I can give this one a try, but I don't know. We'll see. What's next? Best Drama. All right, so Best Drama. Nominees are Great Pretender, Fruit Basket Season 2, Japan Sinks 2020, Sing Yesterday for Me, BEASTARS, and Somalia and the Forest Spirit. I swear Somalia and the Forest Spirit was a little late. It was a little earlier, but I went with Great Pretender. Why did I go with Great Pretender as the best drama? I guess because I didn't see Japan Sinks yet. See, I would have voted for Japan Sinks. But you know what? We're going to fly to this one quick because even though I want to change it to that, Fruit Basket's won. I would never know if that show was good or not because I would never watch it. I just, I don't have a real explanation why I won't watch Fruits Basket, but I don't think anyone has an explanation why they should or shouldn't. Like, it's just a show where if you know what Fruits Basket is, especially since I think this one's a remake, then you watch it, right? But I have zero interest in it for no particular reason, and that's just how it's going to be. Japan Sinks should have won, though. Whoever at Crunchyroll, they're just mad because Japan Sinks was a Netflix one, and they just couldn't give, Netflix already won, what, Kaguya-sama. Netflix won a lot of stuff already, so they were like, man, we're not giving that to Japan Sinks. But Japan Sinks should have won, for sure. Maybe even, I can't even say with a straight face. BEASTARS should have won, no. Japan Sinks. That's who I think should have won, but I lost. So what's that make me? 1-4. Whew. Tough. All right. Best drama. Best fight scene. All right. Nominees for best fight scene. We have Gojo and Ryomen, and Sukuna, I should say, from Jujutsu Kaisen. Jin Mori and Jai Tak from God of High School. Broccoli and Vector from Sao. Jin Mori again and Han Daiwei from God of High School. Deku and Overhaul from My Hero Season 4. And Brawler vs. Master Akudama Drive. Akudama Drive, guys, was one of those shows to where if you only watched 4 or 5 episodes, you would think this show was fantastic. And then for some reason, it just, stopped being good for a little bit. Then it ended all right. It started really good, got kind of dull. Oh, got pretty good at one episode, especially this fight, the Brawler versus Master fight, was probably the peak of the show. And then it ended. It's not coming back, guys. It's over. The art style is insane. But we all know who I picked. Jin Mori and Han Daiwei. I think it's one of the few things I've posted on the NWA Instagram, because that fight was fantastic. It was the one where the switch between like the brush strokes and the brush strokes started fighting each other. The show that fight was insane. Even the other one, Jin Mori and Taik fight, where it was the Nine Tails fight, even that was insane. I feel like you have 2 God of High School shows on here. One of them has to win, right? And I went with my favorite one, so I picked Jin Mori and Han Daiwei. And then Crunchyroll was like, nah, everybody loved My Hero. And they gave Deku and Overhaul best fight of the year. I understand Deku went pretty hard on this. This was his 100% fight. And this was probably the only moment so far where the anime was better than the manga. It was just that fight. Because I remember reading the Overhaul arc, and even that arc was very decent in the manga. It started off, you're like, oh, this guy's insane. His Overhaul is super OP. And then Deku put mad hands on him, right? So I get it. Deku at 100%. We're probably not going to see it again. Maybe for a while. No, we don't see it for a long time. What's her name is gone? Eri's gone. I'm not going to tell you what happens to her. But she makes a return. So maybe we'll get Deku 100% again in the future. I feel like we have to, right? Deku can't, grow up to be the number 1 hero if we never get to see him go 100% again. When All Might was always at 100%. But I don't know. Okay, 100% Deku wins. 1-5. It's not looking very good, guys. I probably should have did this count first and figured out if I wanted to do a show. Instead of just having you guys look at how bad I'm doing here. Let me give you guys some background color on it. Oh, wait. Can I do a outline? I can do an outline. Can you guys even see the outline? Oh, wait. The outline's white. That's dumb. Make it black. There we go. That looks a little better. Makes the 1-5 easier for you guys to see. Okay, 1 in 5. I think this was the first one I looked up when the awards came out, and this is one I was very upset at. I'm so upset reading it. What do we have next? Best character design. Character design. All right. So nominees for best character design were Keep Your Hands Off Iozoken, Great Pretender, Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, Brand New Animal, Tower of God, and Yashihime. I thought Great Pretender was gonna win. I really like. Oh no, I didn't think Great Pretender. I thought BNA was gonna win. Yeah. All right. I think I'd liked. So I think I didn't understand what character design was when I picked BNA. BNA was cool. Character design was great. The wolf was cool. I like how people can switch between animals and humans. And it was a cool color scheme. Great Pretender. I probably should have picked Great Pretender in my book. But I didn't. I picked BNA. But it's fine because Crunchyroll picked. You thought I got it. Psych. Toilet Bound HANAKO-KUN. So I've only seen one episode of this, technically. And the first episode, I remember the only thing I could think about after this episode was over, it was like, I mean, it looked good. And that was really it for me. I didn't really give it much of a chance. And then my girlfriend started watching it. And it's like her favorite thing in the world. She went through the whole thing. So like, we have a TV right here. So while I'm on my PC, she was watching it. And I'll look over, and it is a very good looking show, guys. It says here the original designs done by Mayuka Ito. Did a fabulous job. The show looked very, very good. The colors were very bold and solid. Character designs were good. Characters look cute. Old dude came out of a toilet, which is cool. But it was good. It was good. He does come out of the toilet, isn't that the thing?
Just in the skull.
Okay.
Because it's urban legend.
He's an urban legend, but he's toilet bound. Does that mean he's like bound to the toilet?
Because he's part of the Seven Wonders. Remember I told you all of this?
Yeah, part of the Seven Wonders. I don't remember all that. But okay. Good show, guys. I might go back and watch it. I suggest you guys watch it. It is very, very pretty. So, or cute. I don't know if pretty was appropriate, but it's a very good looking show. I do give him that. And I am okay with now being, I lost my numbers. I can't edit my numbers. Got it. 1 in 6. I feel like last year I did just as bad. Yeah, I don't remember how I did last year. But last year I feel like I was doing better at this point. I feel like last year I had like 3 at least. I was like at least 3 and 3 at this point. But Crunchyroll is, founded in the city. So, I don't know where I was going with that. I was just trying to give them an excuse for picking bad animes. I guess this was a good one, but everything else is bad. Best animation is next. So, nominees for best animation are Great Pretender, Keep Your Hands Off Iozoken, The God of High School, Apare Ranman, and BEASTARS. And I picked God of High School. Obviously, right? I mean, I list all that, and you think, what's the best animated show on there? And it is just obviously God of High School, even though it is now the second worst manga adaptation behind Promised Neverland, right? God of High School was a very good looking anime, especially since it was just all fights. It was just all smoke all the time, and every fight looked fantastic. They even used like real martial artists, and whatever style the fights were in they were all like motion capped by real martial artists. So you got like real moves. Like the animation was dope. And Crunchyroll saw that and said, keep your hands off Ayazoken is a lot better. So I looked at, excuse me, when they made I was watching their live show and they'll show you some of the animations. All right, I get it. It does pretty much the same thing that God of High School does, where it switches to black and white. So essentially, the show is about Ayazoken, who is like a aspiring manga writer, right? So he likes to draw everything. So I can see how for best animation, your show is about a kid who just draws everything. So that'll be probably the next like not newer show, but like I'm gonna say new show for me that I'll watch next week. I could probably get that done through a week. So we'll see. We'll see if it's good. I do like the hand drawn. I still think it should have been God of High School. But you know what? 1-7. I feel like that should have been 2. I feel like Crunchyroll screwed me on that. I feel like they watched my episode and was like, nah, we can't give PJ this one. I don't know why they would think that. But it's what they did. So next we got Best Director. I don't really... I really don't know the okay. I was like, I couldn't really figure out what a director would be doing on an anime, but I guess you do have to block everything, or if you guys don't know what blocking is, like staging everything, like showing where like the camera, I'll say, right, for an anime, where the camera goes and like how it pans. And all right, so yeah, I guess the director has a pretty big say on it, right? So the nominees for Best Director, you see the winner, is Decadence, Keep Your Hands Off Ayazoken, Jujutsu Kaisen, Great Pretender, Kaguya-sama, Love is War, and Tower of God. So I thought it should have been Hiro from Great Pretender, and I still stand by that. Great Pretender is a very good show. And I feel like the directing is pretty insane. Especially it's like a heist movie, right? But you should also figure that like the directors of heist movies don't really ever get nominated for anything. But the winner, I mean, what the point of me putting the picture up here twice is it didn't move, guys. It's still Keep Your Hands Off Ayazoken. All right, so this show won Best Animation and Best Director. The show better be good, guys. I'll tell you right now, if the show isn't good, I'm going to do a video about it. But the show is probably going to be good. I mean, it won Best Director, Best Animation. It got recommended to me too by a couple people, so I'll give it a chance. I've been watching everything from this last season, so I might as well add some stuff from the previous seasons. I'm pretty caught up on everything, and yeah, I can use some shows to watch in between. Waiting for the next Attack on Titan episode, which I need to watch. Even though Attack on Titan isn't doing those arcs, it's still pretty good right now. It's still fuck Gabby. But it's still a good show. All right, so next we got Best English Voice Actor. Best Voice Actor English. So for Best Performance by a Voice Actor in English, the nominees are this guy's name is Crispin Freeman from Fate Grand Order. He I can't pronounce the name, but he played somebody in that show. Aaron Phillips as Laurent in Great Pretender. Johnny Young Bosch as Bam as Tower of God. I don't think I know Bam's English voice. Jonas Scott as Legoshi from BEASTARS. And this person's name, man, I'm gonna screw this name up. But the person who played Ishinda in ReZero Season 2, Sorry, I don't want to butcher your name that bad. And then Zeno Robinson as Hawks from My Hero Season 4. Who did I pick? I picked Zeno, right? I had to vote for the only black person on this list. And luckily, Crunchyroll agrees. Congratulations, Zeno, man. That's insane. If you guys don't know who Zeno is, his resume is actually insane. I had to look it up so I can look at everything he's done. So essentially, if you could just think of any really good black character in anime, has mostly been voiced by Zeno. He's Super Alloy Black Luster and One Punch Man. He is also, well, so this isn't a black character, but he's Genya in Demon Slayer. Genya's only been in 2 episodes so far, but moving forward, he has his own arc basically. So you'll see more of him. Obviously, he was Hawks, who, you know, might as well be black, I guess. He was also Miles Morales and in a lot of Spider-Man games. He was Brawler in Akudama Drive, which is dope. He's Go, the new main character in Pokemon. Let's see. He's also in Horimiya, which you guys should watch. I'll talk about that in the next episode. What else? What else was he in? He's in a lot of stuff, man. You know, he's in a lot of shows that I want to watch. He was in Gymnastics Samurai. Huh? That sounds good. He was in Agresco. Oh, he's Ogun in Fire Force, the only black character in Fire Force. It's a dope, man. Sakura Wars, yeah. Carol and Tuesday. He was Ezekiel. Oh, so he was Ezekiel when what's his name wasn't rapping. Oh man, why am I slipping on his name? Denzel Curry. Whew. So Denzel Curry, I guess. I thought Denzel Curry did Ezekiel the whole way, but I guess he just did the rapping part. Be cool to watch Zeno do some rapping. But yep, it's cool. I got that one. That makes me 2-8. You know, not good, but not bad. I got 2 so far. Right? I don't think anyone really could have predicted all of these awards, especially with like, I don't know, like Tonikawa winning, right? No one really saw. I mean, I don't know Tonikawa. Tower of God, people hated it so much. I don't think you would pick that score to win. What's Best Fantasy ReZero? That probably could have been obvious. But anyway, next we got Japanese VA. Japanese VA. All right, nominees. I'm not going to do a lot of these names. I'm just going to do the characters' names. Some of the names I'll do. Like, here we go. Nominees are Yuichi Nakamura for Goju and Jujutsu Kaisen. Mutsumi Tamura as Sayaka and Keep Your Hands Off Ayozoken. Yusuke Onuki as Daisuke and A Millionaire Detective Balance, which I didn't watch, but I feel like it looks exactly like Great Pretender, and I just felt like I couldn't do that show back to back. Next we have Megumi Ogata as Hanako and Toilet Bound HANAKO-KUN. Riho Sugiyama as Koda Wave Listen to Me. I don't know what that show is. And Yusuke Kobayashi as Subaru in ReZero. Who did I pick? I picked Yusuke Kobayashi. He wins a lot of awards, so I felt like I picked him because I feel like Crunchyroll always just gives him awards, and I was right. Yusuke Kobayashi, man, has been around for a while. I think his first show was a certain scientific railgun. And then from there, he's done a bunch of stuff. I'm looking at his resume. He was Zenji in Food Wars. Obviously, Subaru. He was in Fate Apocrypha. What else? Oh, he's Senku. I know that from Dr. Stone. He's Arthur Boyle in Fire Force. So, yeah, I mean, he's done a lot of stuff. Man, he's Kaname in Darwin's Game. He's in Sorcerer's Stabber Orphan as Lin. Yeah, so, yeah, he's done a lot of work. He's done some stuff with Final Fantasy. So cool, man. I kind of knew he was going to win. He just, I think that was like the only name I really recognized on there too. But 3-8, look at that. That's back-to-back victories. That's called moving on up, guys. Moving on up. What we got next? We got best ending sequence. Best ending sequence. Okay, best ending sequence. We got Great Pretender, made by Freddie Mercury. Huh, okay. The song is called Great Pretender, too. Night Running for BNA, Brand New Animal. No Name for Dodo Hidodo. Welcome My Friend for Millionaire Detective Balance Unlimited. Last Dance for Inspectra. Lost in Paradise for Jujutsu Kaisen. And I picked Night Running by BNA. I feel like this was just a guess by me because I don't actually remember any of these end sequences. It's unfortunate I didn't pick the one end sequence I did remember because the winner was Jujutsu Kaisen Lost in Paradise. And I feel like that's the only one I remember when he's like, wait, the ending isn't him sitting on the train, man. It's the opening. So this is the one when he's like dancing and stuff. Yeah. I also didn't even think about this, but I feel like when they say ending sequence and opening sequence, it's not just the song, but it's like the graphics that go on with it. If that was the case, that new Boruto one should have been on there. Boruto is not a very good show right now. It's getting a little better, but that end sequence, man, it's pretty sick. It's a nice little cyberpunk feel to it, a little neon. It's pretty cool, But Jujutsu Kaisen, pretty good show. It's still going right now. If you guys haven't seen this, I highly suggest you do. Like I said in the prior videos, MAPPA is really just going insane with everything they've been doing lately, and Jujutsu Kaisen is no exception to that. They've been doing really well with it. They're racking up the awards. I'm not gonna let you guys see what those awards are, and you probably already saw what else it won. Wish I didn't do that. I should have just picked pictures of. Anyway, I was wrong, right? 3-9. All right. Next we got Best OP. Oops. Opening sequence. If you guys didn't know what OP stands for, opening sequence. All right. The nominees are Wild Side for BEASTARS, Easy Breezy for Keep Your Hands Off Ayozoken, something else, whatever the Jujutsu Kaisen one is called, GP for Great Pretender, Daddy Daddy Do for Kaguya-sama Love is War, and Phoenix for Haiku. I feel like I didn't even talk about the other songs because it just should have been so obvious that it was Phoenix, right? If you guys aren't watching Haiku either, I suggest you do, even if you don't like volleyball. Just watch Haiku anyway. The first season is kind of rough to get through because there's a lot of training and stuff. But once the games get started and the tournaments kick in, man, you'll never feel more inspired in your life. And Phoenix, man. Phoenix, also feel like Phoenix should win because all the other ones have been very bad for Haiku up until Phoenix, right? Phoenix was very good, man. And that's who I think should win. But, you know, BEASTARS had to win something, right? If you guys... I kind of peeled off here. If you guys haven't seen BEASTARS, that's good. This show is so weird, guys. If you guys are into, like... Do you even call it high school drama? If you're just into like a dramatic show and you just want everything you want in a show full of people, but you're like, hey, what if animals went through the same thing people did? Then I guess watch BEASTARS. But don't blame it on me. If you guys watch it and you get to a weird episode, it's not my fault. I told you it's weird. All right. So I'm just saying BEASTARS is a pretty weird show, and it's just... I just couldn't do it, guys. Everyone knows what episode I'm talking about. Once that episode hit, I don't think I could watch anything after that. I don't think I watched anything after that episode. It's just weird. All right. So that makes me 1-11? No, I changed it already. 10. No. getting ahead of myself here. So next we got Best Girl. She has headphones on. She can't hear. She doesn't realize her alarm is going off. All right. What do we got? Best Girl. Get back in focus. The Best Girl. The nominees for Best Girl are Kaguya-Sama from Kaguya-sama Love is War, Sayaka Kanamori from Keep Your Hands Off Aizoken, Chizuru Mizuhara from Rent a Girlfriend, Noi from Dorohedoro, Katrina Klaus from My Next Life as a Villainess, and Abigail Jones from Great Pretender. So this was more of a personal choice for me. I still think Abigail Jones should have won Best Girl. I knew I was gonna lose this one, but I just felt like I had to vote for her. Her character is insane, both in like mentally insane and like actually insane. Like the character growth for her was pretty good. Her little backstory was a little insane. Her backstory wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And Abigail Jones should have won, you know. But Crunchyroll decided to pick Kaguya-Shinomiya. Kaguya-sama Love is War. This one should have been pretty obvious, I think, from if this was a popularity vote. I think for a popularity vote, it was between Kaguya and Chizuru. But Kaguya knocked it out, you know. People really liked it. I saw a lot of memes and a lot of, you know, art on her. I probably would have picked her if I was trying to win this. Like if I was trying to get a good score, I probably would have picked Kaguya. I probably would have picked Mizuhara, to be honest. But also two shows I don't watch: Rent a Girlfriend and Kaguya-sama. So I don't usually do well with the Best Girl ones. But next we have Best Boy. So Best Boy, the nominees for Best Boy is Shoyo Hinata from Haiku, Kaiman from Dorohedoro. I need to watch that. It's a Netflix, also a MAPPA show, which is probably why I wanted to watch it. MAPPA did go a little bit heavier on the CGI. I think my girlfriend tried to watch it and didn't like it. But it was recommended by PewDiePie. So if you guys are PewDiePie fans, he likes Dorohedoro. Anyway, so that was Kaiman for Dorohedoro. Goju from Jujutsu Kaisen. Kun Agnes from Tower of God, Blue Turtle. Legoshi from BEASTARS, that's the wolf. And Anos Vorgod from Misfit of Demon King Academy. I think I picked Hinata, right? That should be the easiest choice. Hinata, right? Gojo is a lot more popular right now, especially since he did his face reveal and everyone went crazy for it, right? It was Kakashi 2.0, basically. But Crunchyroll was like, you know what? PJ's right. Hinata is definitely the best boy. It is. This season for Haiku has been insane for Hinata. I can't explain why, because it'll sound dumb. Because essentially what he did was finally learn how to play volleyball correctly. Sounds weird because we're at season 4 and I believe they're in like the national finals right now. But Hinata is killing it right now, man. If you guys are watching the new season, To the Top, pretty good. Definitely best boy material. Boom. 411. That's pretty good. To be honest, 4 is a lot better than I thought I would do. And we still got 3 more to go, right? I'm at least getting 5 or 6 here, right? I'm getting at least the next 3 out of, there's only 3 left. At least 2 out of 3. I don't remember the winners. Or I'm not gonna look at what I chose, but I think I get a couple more here. I might just be lying to give myself some hope. But the next one we got is Antagonist. Did they call it Antagonist? Yeah, they do call it Antagonist. Best Antagonist. Nominees are In from Dorohedoro, Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen, Rachel from Tower of God, Akido Soma from Fruit Basket Season 2, Eshidina from ReZero Season 2, Overhaul from My Hero. So I picked Rachel because that that is one evil little shit, right? She's this little girl and she's in a wheelchair now, and she's boo boo. I hate Rachel more than I hate Gabby right now from Attack on Titans, but they're equal footing. Especially, you know who is gonna win Best Villain in like a year or two? It's gonna be this person. Machina. I remember her name. Machina from Chainsaw Man. Makima. That's what I said. Yeah. When she gets announced, guys, right off the bat, you're gonna get weird vibes from her. You're gonna be like, yo, she seems kind of off. Yeah, dude. I hate this girl as much as the rest of you guys hate that one girl from Rent a Girlfriend. What's her name? She's not listening. Anyway, I think best villain, best antagonist goes to Rachel. Crunchyroll says it's Sukuna. I mean, I should have imagined it was Sukuna, but for some reason in my head, I was like, it can't be Sukuna because he's technically like the protagonist as well, right? Because I feel like since he's inside of the protagonist, your protagonist can't win best antagonist if most of the time he's a protagonist. That's just how my thought process went. I definitely thought it should have been Rachel. I mean, this, to be honest, guys, this was a pretty, I don't want to say lame, but this was probably the least evil nominations for antagonists, right? Like, no, I'm not really, I mean, I haven't watched Dole yet, so we'll see how N does. But, like, I'm not scared of anybody from Fruits Basket. I guess I didn't watch ReZero yet, Ishinda. Overhaul, I mean, I thought Overhaul would have won just because it's My Hero, and My Hero just seems to win all these awards. And Sukuna. So I was like, all right, well, Sukuna wasn't really a villain that much. I mean, he's obviously the main villain, right? That's the one they're trying to kill. But it's just I thought because he's inside of Yuji Itadori that I don't know. But anyway, moving on to protagonists. Speaking of Yuji, nominees are Yuji Itadori, Jujutsu Kaisen, Natsumi from Decadence, Anos Volgod from Misfit of the Demon King Academy, Hinata from Haiku, and Katrina Klaus from My Next Life as a Villainess. All routes lead to doom. Man, what did I pick? I picked Yuji. So that's why I picked Yuji Itadori, and I was like, there's no way Yuji wins best hero and best villain, because it's very obvious that the best hero of this season's, right, of 2020 is very obviously Yuji. Man, I can't talk these days. What's going on here? Yuji Itadori obviously should have been the choice for best hero. Unfortunately, Crunchyroll said nah. It's gonna be Katrina Klaus from My Next Life as a Villainess. For some reason, that's the best protagonist. I can't speak on it. I haven't seen it. Like I said, I was not going to watch it. I had almost no desire to watch this, and then it won best protagonist. I mean, I have to watch it now, right? I have to see why she is better than Yuji and Hinata and Anos. Who, this show is pretty good. Misfit of Demon Academy. It's pretty good, man. It's funny and has some pretty dope fight scenes. And you want to see an OP character? I mean, Anos is super OP, but no one believes who he is, and I think that's the funny part about it. But Katrina Klaus for My Next Life as a Villainess. I mean, there's nothing even in that. I mean, I look at that screen cap and I say, cool, I'm sure somebody likes it, but not for me. But if it wins best protagonist, it gets a shot for me. I haven't updated this in a while because I just hate looking at how bad I'm doing, but I'm 4-13 right now, guys. Which brings us to the last category, anime of the year. Let me read you guys the nominees. Nominees for Anime of the Year: Keep Your Hands Off Ayozoken, Dorohedoro, Jujutsu Kaisen, The Great Pretender, Apare Ranman, and BEASTARS. So I thought it was going to be Great Pretender because I have just seen Great Pretender, and I was like, yo, this show is Anime of the Year. What I should have did was use my brain and know that a lot of these Anime of the Year show nominations, the winners are usually popularity vote, right? It's usually, hey, what's a show everybody loves right now? We don't need a reason. What's a show everybody loves? And right now, the show everyone loves is Jujutsu Kaisen. Anime of the Year. Which, even though I didn't get this right, I'm still happy with this. I'm happy that Jujutsu Kaisen is getting the recognition that it deserves, right? Because I feel like God of High School got a lot of love, right? But also kind of didn't. Like, I understand why. I started reading God of High School and you realize they cut out like 80% of the whole story. So really all you got was fight scenes. But I'm not mad at that because the fight scenes were done very, very well. Great Pretender is a very, very good show. That season 1, I don't know if they were talking about season 1 Great Pretender or season 2 Great Pretender. If I knew, I wouldn't have voted Great Pretender because season 2 is not as good as season 1. Season 1 is essentially just Ocean's 11 all the way through. That's pretty much what it is. Every little mini arc that's inside of Great Pretender is just another Ocean's 11 movie. And it's fantastic. Everyone loves heist movies, but again, should use your brain and realize heist movies don't win anything. I was surprised to see Apare Ramen on here. It is a good show, but I mean, I haven't even seen Dorohedoro, but I can probably tell you that's a better show than Apare Ramen right now. But all these shows you guys should watch. I planned on watching everything that was on this list that was nominated for Best Anime. Unfortunately, I didn't watch any of them. I mean, I've seen Jujutsu Kaisen, Great Pretender, Apare Ramen. I'm not watching BEASTARS all the way through. Dorohedoro I need to watch. And Keep Your Hands Off Ayozoken is probably going to be my next one. But there you go, folks. I went 4-14. I got 4 right, which I'm okay with, especially since the 4 were the 2 VAs. So that's good. It means I understand what good voice acting is, right? That's my takeaway. My takeaway from this is that I'm an expert at judging voices. Yep. And I'm okay with that. I got those 2 right. What else I get right? I got Best Boy, Hinata. And I got probably Best Comedy, Love is War. Yeah, I think that's all I got. So, Jujutsu Kaisen, man. I think they got the most. They got three awards. Won. Kaguya-sama won 2. ReZero got 2. BEASTARS got 1. Tower of God got 1. I was Zoken pulling in 2. Haiku with 1. My Hero pulled off 2 though. Yeah, what else won? Tonikawa, Best Animation, Best Character Designs. All right, Zoken got 2, so I'll probably check that out. I'm gonna check out that Villainous one as well. Unfortunately, it won a lot of stuff, man. Great, Best Protagonist. I didn't see that one coming. I didn't expect it to be that. I really thought it should just been easily Yuji Itadori. I think that's the one time where I say popularity vote didn't work. But yeah, I mean, there you guys have it. Those are the winners. Yeah, I'll run through it one more time for you guys, just so you guys can see. So we got, I guess we'll go backwards. It's easier for me to go backwards. Anime of the Year, Jujutsu Kaisen. Best Protagonist was Katrina from My Life as a Villainess. Antagonist was Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. Best Boy was easily Hinata from Haiku. Best girl was Kaguya from Kaguya-sama Love is War. Opening sequence went to BEASTARS. Ending sequence went to Jujutsu Kaisen. Japanese VA was my boy Yusuke for Subaru. My best English VA was the homie Zeno for Hawks and My Hero season 4 and season 5. We'll see him there too. So, and he's got is he in season 5? Yeah, I feel like moving forward, if you guys don't know, Hawks takes a pretty big role. So I hope he's ready. I hope he's ready to do that. He gets a little backstory too, which I don't know if you guys like Hawks. Best director, Keep Your Hands Up, Eye of Zoken. Best animation, also Keep Your Hands Up, Eye of Zoken. Best character design goes to Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. Best drama to Fruit Baskets. I skipped best fight scene. It's also My Hero. Was that Overhaul and Deku. Kaguya-sama picks up best comedy. Best score goes to Tower of God. Best couple goes to Tonikawa. Best fantasy ReZero. I need to watch that. And yeah, there you go, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like there was definitely some upsets and some surprises here. And they go both ways, right? I feel like a lot of people got upset. Like I feel like I'm gonna keep going back to it. Yuji got upset. Should have won Best Hero. But I gave it to Katrina Klaus. So I'll see what's that about. Some surprises in here, right? I'm sure you guys didn't expect. What's unexpected here? BEASTARS to win anything. I bet you Iuzoken probably surprised some people. I think most people probably would have thought God of High School would have won Best Animation. Best character design too, Totally Bound. I know not a lot of people have seen that. I think people probably would have thought Jujutsu Kaisen would have pulled in some more. I feel like I'm surprised Great Pretender didn't win anything. I feel like that was well received by the masses, if I should say. Like I don't know a lot of like hardcore weebs that were into Great Pretender, but I know a lot of casual watchers were really into Great Pretender, and I mean that's good. It's definitely a show that people who don't normally watch anime is definitely a show for them, and they can get into anime a lot easier. It's a very easy to watch show. It's funny, looks great. Plot's fantastic, little twists and turns. Even when you try to predict the twist and you think it's going to be one of these old school heist movie twists, they throw a twist on top of that twist. There are a few little twist endings to certain stories where I really didn't see coming. They got really clever with it, and maybe they should do. I guess you can't do best writing for anime, huh? That would just be manga. They should probably add a best manga, because I feel like the best manga last year was Chainsaw Man, and I feel like it's getting animated. I think MAPPA is doing it too, so that's gonna be insane. MAPPA doing Chainsaw Man is gonna be crazy. I'm a little worried because there's some scenes in there where I don't know if they can really do, because they're kind of unacceptable by today's standards. But we'll see what they do. They probably can still do it. I mean, Japan doesn't really care what America thinks. And Japan doesn't usually care what Japan thinks. So hopefully they do a good job with that. We'll look forward to that. But I mean, that's really all I had planned for today, guys. I just put this together really quick just so I can at least follow up with my prediction video. But next week will be next month. So I'm thinking we do the last Tuesday of every month. What's the 30? Oh, it's really far. There are 5 Tuesdays in March. So maybe we'll do every 4th Tuesday. Is this the 4th Tuesday? This is the 4th Tuesday. So we'll do the next show on the 23rd. Again, So March 23rd will be the next episode. That way, it'll give you guys a chance to watch everything for the winter 2021 season as we get ready for spring 2021. Let's see. So we'll go over it. I'll go over it in depth more, but if you guys want a quick hit of like what to watch for the winter 2021, obviously Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan, check those out. Especially if you haven't read the manga for Attack on Titan, watch this season. It's still good. It's not, Promised Neverland to where they decided to not follow the manga and then proceeded to make like an even worse show. Which, by the way, there's a petition to get Promised Neverland canceled. I'll let you guys know how that goes next week, next month. What else? Jobless Reincarnation was a big surprise for me. Another isekai. You guys can look that up. Time I got reincarnated as a slime. Second season part 1 came out. I've been watching that here and there. I probably need to catch up. But that's been pretty good. Same kind of feel from season 1. Dr. Stone, which has been fantastic. And of course, Black Clover, which has been crazy the whole time. And I know you guys probably haven't seen it. I probably should have talked about that today, but I'll talk about it more next month maybe. Black Clover the anime is getting canceled. They are going to end it soon, but they also said they were going to announce something after, and I also think it's going to be a movie. Black Clover doesn't have a movie yet, which is pretty insane for how popular this show is, not just here in America, but like in Japan too. I think right now Black Clover is one of the most like popular shows in Japan right now, especially the manga, which is also insane, which is why I'm also a little bit surprised that they're canceling it, which is why I'm pretty sure they're going to do a movie. Black Clover does have the issue of their anime catching up to their manga really quick. And it is an issue. Like what you guys are watching right now in Black Clover, I'm still like, I don't know how that arc ends yet because I'm still reading it. So it's kind of weird that they're animating an arc that we're reading. But whatever. They do a movie, I'll watch that, which means higher production value, which means maybe it won't be Studio Perriot, no offense to Perriot, man, but sometimes you watch Black Clover and that animation just looks really bad. So maybe they get some money, they can do something good with it. But yeah, there's some other good stuff too. Horimiya, ReZero, obviously. If you guys ever hear a recommendation to watch Redo of a Healer, I'm going to go ahead and just tell you don't watch that. I'm not saying it's a bad show. I'm just saying it's a pretty bad show. But yeah. So guys, I'll see you guys next month. March 23rd, I'll drop another episode, and we'll go over some winter stuff, and we'll take a look at spring. But yeah, I'm gonna head out now, guys. You guys take care. Thank you guys for showing up. Right? If you don't know already, the Twitch got rebranded a little bit. So if you're already following it, then it's still good, but essentially the name just got changed to Truth SF Gaming, which is just my personal gaming page now. I changed it from NWA just because we used to use Twitch for the shows, but I think we're just going to use the shows for YouTube because I don't have to do any editing. Like right after I'm done with this, I'm just going to hit submit and just make sure I don't get copyrighted for anything, and then we're good to go. The only time I need to do editing on these shows is when YouTube tells me I can't use something, but it doesn't look like I can get copyrighted for anything. So this will just go straight up. But yeah, guys, go ahead and shoot me a follow on Twitch if you guys want to see some gaming. I'll probably be on a little bit later. Play some Black Ops Cold War. I've been playing some ranked on there. But yeah, guys, check out the merch. The links are still in below. Go ahead and hit that subscribe if you haven't. I know I always say I'm going to do videos for this channel, but I've been kind of busy with work and stuff, and putting together videos is a lot harder than I thought. Like I have a couple written, but putting like the graphics together, especially since I do all my own editing. I mean, if I hired an editor, I guess it'll go faster, but I don't want to do that. There's no point, right? If I'm an editor, I might as well edit it. But anyway, guys, I'm out. I'll see you guys next month. Let me know down below how you guys did. If you think anything was a surprise or anything like that, or if you thought another show should have won, or if I was wrong and you think I was extremely wrong for picking something, let me know. We'll talk about it in the comments. But all right, guys, I'm going to head out. You guys have a good night. Stay safe. Peace up. NWA down. You guys have a good